Hi, my name is Adam Ezekiel, and I'd like to share with you how I got rid of 12 years of chronic pain and how I hope my story will inspire you to get rid of your pain as well. I'm a personal trainer. I have a degree in exercise science. I'm a performance coach, sports nutritionist, and my vision is to get people healthy, fit, and strong with a twist of spirituality, Torah, and the Bible. Come join me on my journey and how I got rid of chronic pain. I suffered from debilitating pain from age 24 to 36. I tried everything and nothing seemed to work. I thought I was gonna live with this pain for the rest of my life. But now, surprisingly, I'm pain-free. I'm stronger and healthier than ever. And I wanna share with you how I did it in hopes that you can get rid of your pain as well. So let's start off with, how did this pain begin? The truth is, it's a really embarrassing and bizarre story. I was convinced by someone in my life to try a silicone mouth guard where I was told that if I clenched my teeth down while I train, I would have better results. So I said, let's try to help my friend out. Let's see if this works. I went to the gym, I began my routine. I'm the type of person to write down every single thing I do in terms of reps, weight, sets, you name it. So I went on with my routine and I clenched down on my teeth while I was trying to lift, and it felt very awkward. At one point I got to an incline bench press, which is when the seat is about 45 degrees, you lean back and you chest press. I did this move, and when I set up all the weights to begin, I did my warm-up. When I actually came to lift, with my mouth clenched down, I couldn't even lift my first set. It wouldn't even get off the bar, and I was trying so hard, and I knew, because I write down everything, I knew I could lift it. But when my mouth was clenched, I couldn't lift the bar, and I was just all tense, and it just wouldn't move. And this intensity of trying to give 100% and it not even budging did something to me. I don't even know how to describe it. I didn't feel a snap. I didn't feel a tear. It just felt not good in my back region, which is interesting because this is a upper chest move and an anterior shoulder move, but it just felt so painful later on that day. I couldn't even sleep on it. So I went to a physiotherapist, and this person told me to do push-ups and do all these different things, and it just, in my opinion, made it worse. And it led to 12 years of agony. It hurt to hold my groceries. It hurt all the time. And it was so awkward for me because I'm a personal trainer and I couldn't even do a push-up because every time I did, the pain would come back even stronger, and it would come as in waves, sometimes less painful, sometimes more painful, but always after activity, it would just flare up. And I went from one doctor to another. I tried everything underneath the sun, from injections to massages to physiotherapists to chiropractors, you name it. I spent so much money just trying to get this to go away. And then just one day, it was my breaking point. It was about 2.5 years into the pain, and I just cried. I was just crying. I remember I was just crying in my car, calling out to God. And I said to God, please help me. I can't go on like this anymore. I need some relief. I need this to go away. And surprisingly, it's crazy. The next day I met somebody who eventually introduced me to one of the world's best back and shoulder doctors. This guy had worked on everyone from George Michael to Madonna, Sacha Baron Cohen, all the best guys. He worked on all these different celebrities, and he said he would see me. I saw him. He was fantastic. He helped relieve my pain. He helped treat my pain. The pain felt much better, but it always came back. 12 years went by like this, going to treatments, and these treatments weren't cheap. I must have spent in the tens of thousands of shekels, thousands of dollars on this, and it just wouldn't go away. What actually worked is mind-blowing. The answer was underneath my nose the entire time. Here's what happened. I called my osteopath, who was normally doing dry needling on me. That was the thing that helped me so much. It helped me alleviate the pain. What is it? For those that are unaware, dry needling is when they take the needles used for acupuncture and they go to the spots that you have pain, and instead of just gently putting them into those spots, honestly, they jab them into you. It's painful. It feels really, really intense. So I called my osteopath. He was out of town. I called another one, out of town. I was stuck. I felt like, what am I going to do? I need somebody to help me. It was so strange. I was looking for someone to give me needles. I was like, oh, how did I end up like this? But anyways, I called them and I said, give me your competitor. I need something. I'm not going to wait another week or two till you guys come back. Just give me someone right now. So I ended up seeing a chiropractor. It wasn't my first time seeing a chiropractor, but this was my first time seeing this individual. And ironically, it was up my street. I went to see this person, and essentially, I told him about my pain. Now, you have to understand, every single person I had gone to had told me what I have is nothing serious, and they each give it a different name. Some called it trigger point pain, some called it something else. You know, nothing was making this go away. And then this doctor, I asked him, what do I have? Do you know what I have? I told him the entire story, and he said, I know exactly what you have. It's called myofascial pain syndrome. So I said, what is that? And he said as follows. Think of your skin as an orange peel. When you peel it, then underneath you'll have muscle. And that muscle is the fruit, is the actual orange that you would eat. But the outer layer of the muscle has this white sheath on it. It's a thin layer. That is called fascia. And what he described is that my fascia in my back around this region, this is the latissimus dorsi region, okay, and as well as over here, up here in the rhomboids area, this whole region up here, trapezius, this whole area here, he described it as it was scrunched up. He said, do some research. So of course he did his needles as well, he did his massage, and then I went home and I spent the next few days reading everything there is to know about myofascial pain syndrome. And what I discovered was as follows. That you need to attack the issue from every angle possible. In my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but that's what I gathered from all my research. That if there isn't just one thing, but instead do all of them, but do them intensely. Okay, again, go get advice from your doctor. I'll leave you some tips at the end of the video, but this is what I gathered, is just to come at it in a multi-different angle. And so what happened was I took things slowly. After the treatment, I didn't feel pain, and I started to exercise again. And about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that treatment, I did a movement, and guess what? It started to come back. Now, here's how I would describe it. It felt like this pain was starting to just expand. It felt like the angel of death was just spreading across my back. And I was very familiar with this feeling because I had felt it hundreds of times. And I knew that by tomorrow morning, by the next day, I would be in intense pain again for weeks. And I'd have to get treatment again. And I just felt depression. I felt sadness. I'm injured again. September 11th, 2022. And it's a struggle for me. I injured it by doing back rows at 29 kilos. It's like a warm-up weight for me. It's just too much for my body, must have been. I felt like, I can't believe it. Like, did I not learn anything from any of these videos? Like, why, and all the research, why is it coming back? And I thought to myself, wait a second, because I didn't solve the problem. So what is the problem? And it clicked. If by definition, my muscle or the fascia is coming together and gripping onto itself and not letting go, what if I never let it hold on? What if I don't let it come together? What if I just release it all day? I'm like, what's the opposite of coming together? What's the opposite of a contraction? What's the opposite of something tensing up? Stretching. Stretching. Oh my gosh, that's it. So that's what I did. I spent the next few days, it must have been something like 4 days, 5 days, constantly stretching the area. These are the stretches I did. I'm even going to take you back to the original footage for more than a year. I'm about a year and 4 months now, free of pain. These are the stretches I did. I held myself up in this position for 1 minute. Good, nice deep breaths. Good. This is the other stretch I've been doing for the latissimus dorsi. I've been holding this for a minute as well. I put basically one hand in front of the other, one here, and I've been just holding this. And when I want to stop, I just keep going. And then I take a massage ball and I put it where my lats are. I also applied a heat pad, and essentially something miraculous happened the next day. When I knew I would wake up, as always, with pain, that day I didn't. How did it feel? It felt a little sore, but not pain. So I stretched again all day. Basically, I stretched about 5-6 times, each stretch approximately a minute. After 2 days, no pain at all. Now, what are all those things doing? Especially when you do them all pretty much in the same proximity of time. You're messing up the pain signal. The pain signal wants to go to that spot. It wants to tell you you're injured now. But you've disrupted it so many different times that it no longer knows where to go, and it just says, forget about it. And you start to break the pattern. You break the routine. I now have another discovery that stretching isn't just something on the side. I have a feeling that stretching is more important than we ever imagined. I think they're a lot closer to vegetables in their value than we think they are. They're not like a condiment. This is the real deal. The stretching helps the muscle get blood flow to it, and the blood carries with it all kinds of nutrients and things to help repair the regions that are bothering us. So that's the miracle. It's the miracle of life. Within the disease is the cure. If you struggle with chronic pain, here's what I suggest you do. Number one, go see a medical professional. Now, some people, depending which country you're watching this, might have public health insurance. That's great. Sometimes it takes weeks or months to see somebody, depending the country you're in. Go get on it as soon as possible. I also recommend checking out some private doctors and medical professionals because you really want this thing to go away. And always go with people that have recommendations. Check them out either online or talk to friends. Try to find other people with similar types of pain. But of course, go to medical professionals, get their opinion, and also get other people's opinion. It took me 12 years to get the right opinion. So what I'm suggesting is go to different doctors, go to different health specialists, and get their opinion. And look, not all chronic pain is the same. You have, pain in the bones, you have pain theoretically, in the nerves. There's tons of different types of pain. The pain that I had was muscular. So if you suffer from muscular pain, I highly recommend doing targeted stretching. I think it's so underrated. Like, I never took stretching as serious as I do now. I was stretching for 10 or 20 seconds. I'd consider myself pretty flexible. But the type of stretching that you need to solve your muscular problem isn't a 20-second stretch. It's a minute stretch each time, and it's several times a day. And then you make it a lifestyle. You make it part of your life. When I wake up in the morning, I have a stretching routine. Does it, would I rather, do something else? Perhaps, but you know what? I've learned to love it. Just like vegetables. There was a time where I didn't like vegetables. I was also a kid. And then you learn to love them because they're good for you. So the same thing with stretching. It's really good for you to stretch. And so what I suggest you do is, if your pain is muscular, check out the muscle group that's bothering you. Maybe it's 2 muscle groups. And then look up stretches for them. And then stretch them a lot, several times a day for days and days and days. It could take weeks, it could take months, but keep stretching them and don't give up. Don't forget to check out my website for fitness, weight loss, meditation, and stretching programs that can help you lead a pain-free, healthier life. Thank you so much for watching. I want to bless you that you should be healed. Remember that pain is not permanent. These things go away. Nothing lasts forever. Have hope. Keep faith, and may God bless you to heal forever. Be well. Have a great day.